Jackpot Jasons. Number 5, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. 1986, CJ Graham here. Yeah, this is my 5th favorite Jason of all time, right here. We're going with Friday the 13th, Part 6. It's just, you know, yeah, it's campy, yeah, it's comedy, and all that in the genre, in the sequel, too, as well, in the installment. But I'm telling you here, this as a Jason, it's just so killer. He's thriller. He's got a belt with a whole bunch of fucking weapons. I like how he uses the weapons. I like the kills. He is slow and methodical. I don't like that at times, but he's robotic. But there's some really unique kills that Jason pulls off in Jason Lives. He is my 5th top Jason. CJ Graham. He is menacing as well. Good stature to him, and he's just really killer menace. Number 4, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. 1988, Kane Hodder. Yeah, the first appearance here of Kane Hodder. Of course, we love the costume work, the makeup, the effects here with Jason as a standalone, and Kane Hodder with the breathing and the viciousness. We love that, bringing it new to the genre. Before this, of course, this Jason here was more angry with Kane Hodder, and a little bit more faster walking, still methodical and slow and robotic and plain, but still had a little bit more to him with the madness and rage, thanks to Kane Hodder. He's my number 4 Jason. Number 3, Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter, 1984. And yeah, we're going with Ted White. Yeah, Ted White here. He's so big in stature. I love how he moves. He doesn't do a full-on sprint and run, but he is long-strided in his stances and his structure, his body type, his form. Very menacing. He does a lot of good kills, and when he runs around to get his victim, and he kills a couple victims here, and they show you, he's just vicious with it. One dude's pleading for his life in the basement against Mr. Ted White. It's crazy shit. He's my number 3 Jackpot Jason of all time. Number 2, Friday the 13th, 2009. It's gonna be Derek Mears here. Derek is just he moves fast. He runs. This is what I like about him. He's very big as well, very compact, and he looks like steel, man. To run into him, a couple of these people do run into him, and I just feel so bad for them. They have no chance against Mr. Mears here. My number 2 Jason. You just never hold a candle to him. I love the way he moves. That's a big part, and the body as well. The structure is right, and how he is killing. It's just so good. It's so graphic. Check out this Jason at number 2. Number 1, Friday the 13th, Part 3, 1982. We're going Richard Brooker here. Richard Brooker, man. Wow. Just everything he does here. This is Jason was running before Jason was running. He was running in 1982, Friday the 13th, Part 3. 3D, if you want to call it that. But wow, to see this in theater, I would have killed to see it. Literally murder like Jason, to see this movie in theaters back in 82. Because, you know, this Jason is so ferocious and vicious, and he runs and he grabs and he just kills everything in his fucking path. I love that about this Jason. But he's taken on by a good final girl, really underrated final girl, so he goes down. But man, the makeup effects too on this Jason, everything they tried and pulled out, and he's stealthy as well. But it's just such a fucking beast, and I love him at number 1. It's gonna be Friday 13th, Part 3, 1982. Richard Brooker here. Jackpot Jason.